All right, here we go. It is another day. It is a hot day. I got 89 on the fuel range, so I need gas. And got a lot done this week. I have tomorrow off, and we'll see if I film a video tomorrow or not. If I wanted to keep up with my current schedule, I should at least film 2 videos tomorrow. I do have quite a few kind of unique videos to film. Sorry about that. So we'll see if I'm able to get those knocked out or not. I don't know. I didn't film hardly anything over my actual vacation, a long monster of a vacation that I took, but I am taking 3-day weekends. Well, I'm taking this weekend as a 3-day weekend, and then next weekend will be a 3-day weekend that bleeds into Memorial Day. And the person who works under me is due for a vacation at some point in time. He should really take advantage of that. But at any rate, I am very excited and very much so ready to see what tomorrow brings. I have no idea. But hopefully I can bang out a couple of videos. That doesn't seem like all that much of an ordeal. Go ahead, yeah. But yeah, that doesn't seem like all that much of an ordeal to get some videos knocked out. I don't know that I have much else planned. A lot of my plans that did not come to fruition over the last vacation were because of like financial things. I was like, I've spent enough money, I need to stop spending money. So as a result, I stopped spending money. And so the things that I can accomplish now are not money related things. So we'll see. Hopefully I can reach some level of accomplishment over this 3-day weekend. I've done pretty good so far keeping up with my chores. That's been like my biggest concern up until this point, is like, are my chores just gonna get out of hand, where I allow them to pile up as they have in the past. And I'm really quite concerned that that's gonna happen, but I haven't let it happen yet. And so I think that there is good hope out there for me that I will not actually have my chores pile up on my chores. And then I've got this weekend to worry about, and then I've got next weekend, and then I will roll into payday that following week, and I can start making my efforts to readjust my savings, because I need to make it through all of June without buying something or spending money that I didn't need to buy or didn't need to spend. And then if I can make it through June, then I should be square. And that was my plan. I don't like the plan, obviously, because I gotta make it an entire month, and I'm not squaring away my savings until halfway through the dang year. But it's been a fun year, I'll give myself that. And now I need to roll it all back in, rein it all in, and control it again. And like before, I was mad at myself because I wasn't saving as much as I felt like I could. Whereas now I'm frequently tapping into the savings, and I'm like, okay, I'm draining more than I'm putting back, so I need to stop doing that. So that will be my goal in June, is to just not spend any money and see how well I do. See if I've still got it in me, because recent events and recent spending habits have shown me that I am not so good at that anymore. But there was a lot going on. I had to pay my editor, I had to pay this billboard ad, I was doing a lot of things, and like none of those things were particularly cheap. Like 1 month of that billboard ad was like an Xbox Series X. I could have bought 3 Xbox Series X's instead of running a billboard ad for 3 months. That's the kind of expenses that I've allowed myself to accrue. And now that I'm free of those, I need to just let myself breathe and be done with it for a while. And like the editing expenses were even greater than the expenses that I had for the billboard. That was 2 months of that, so yeah. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So hopefully June is a good month. Like I said, I'm going to buckle down, bite the bullet, all the phrases that mean that I am going to just hound dog the ever-living heck out of my spending, and like I said, see how I do. With any luck, I do really well. I don't spend hardly any more than I need to, and I can put away enough into my savings and still have enough left over from the month to start building off of that, because like the financial plan that I set myself up with should leave me with about $1,000 in the bank at the end of every month, and I am almost never reaching that. And so, but if I could actually reach the goals that I've set forth for myself, even a fraction of it, then you slowly grow instead of stagnate or lose. And that's been the name of the game lately, is it's been lost. I keep having to tap into savings to get to where I need to be. And I can't keep doing that. So I need to say, okay, May's over, the fun is done. Let's wrap this up. I need to be more aware of December as well, because last year, December really screwed everything up for me, and that's when things really started to go south. So I took this position in August, I think. I'm pretty sure it took effect in August. And I was stocking away money like nobody's business in August. And then when December rolled around, I had the vacation planned, I had all this stuff going on, and I kind of waylaid myself and really screwed that up. And now here we are, like I said, it's 6 months later and I'm still not getting back from that. And so I need to just, like I said, I need to calm down, stop spending stupid amounts of money on things, and I need to take a chill pill. So June is going to be my recoup month. I am going to recoup in June. I'm going to bounce back financially, and I will start moving in a direction that makes sense for me. And with any hope, or with any luck, I will be able to maintain this, and maintain it throughout October, I hope. Or not October, no, December, actually. And we'll see. Like, I don't foresee, I feel like my phone's going off. Sorry, I'm distracted. But my phone's not even in that pocket, so I don't know what's going on in there. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see how June goes. Hopefully it is good, and I can stay on top of things, and I can control myself a little better. And that's what's like, I feel like nitpicky stuff isn't really all that much of a problem. It's the big purchases, and I do a lot of big purchases anymore, and so I need to just stop. It's like, stop. And like, that's what I tell myself too, is like, eventually, like, I'm not gonna need to spend big money on things anymore. Why do I keep spending big money on things? And it's just because that's the habit that I've built. That's the habit that I've gotten into. And until I can break myself of that habit or establish something different, that's just what's going to happen. So June will be an interesting month. It'll hopefully be a month where I shape myself up into a good functioning human being, and I no longer regret existing in all that fun stuff. So it'll be really good to get back with things in June. That's the goal. And to like set myself going forward with savings goals and all these things, and hopefully getting somewhere awesome. I cannot actually, so I have a good chunk of change in a high yield savings account right now that is hosted through this other online platform, and I cannot add anything to it because the bank has like pulled themselves out of the system that I use. So what I should really probably do is reach out to the bank and ask them if I can just have the account opened and hosted through them. And because like their rate is better than anybody else's, but I can't add anything to it. And that was the original plan, was I was going to put a chunk of change in there, and then I was going to keep adding to it until eventually it got out of hand. But I have yet to be able to add anything to it. But now it's like shut down for additions entirely, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do there. I keep saying I'm going to invest in stocks as well. I'll do that at some point in time. S&P 500 or whatever people do to just get general gains on their stocks. And most people say like you can invest and you'll get like 7% back, which is pretty good. So hopefully I can make some smart and intelligent financial moves there and start to be able to really take advantage of the situation. I feel like I have wallowed or settled in with where I am, and I've just kind of accepted things, and I need to get away from that and be like, okay, like I can't just accept that things are good. I need to be striving to make them better. And what would be the greatest thing is if I could get this internet turkey off the ground and get it doing something for me, so that I don't spend all this time devoted to things that don't even assist me. I need to remember to sit up now that I've moved the camera angle up, and I forget, and I get comfortable just sitting down. You guys can only see my eyes, and this is like, what in the world is this guy doing? He's just out here talking to us, talking his smack, and all you can see is his eyes. He's wearing sunglasses, so you can't even see his eyes. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've got on my mind right now. I keep saying these after work chats are difficult because I don't have my mind set on the topic. I just kind of sit in the car and whatever pops up in my head I talk about. And I feel like I frequently talk about the same things, but like that is kind of niching down at the same time. Like people talk about the same things but in different perspectives, and that's how they niche down. So like maybe these videos are me finding my niche where I just talk about the same stuff but from alternate angles. Oh, I think my biggest goal this time around is to actually catch up with my uploads, my upload schedule, because I feel like I got ahead. And I know I never got ahead. I got closer to catching up over my vacation, and I never actually caught up and or got ahead, and now I'm just losing days out the butt. And I think I'm at like June 6th in uploads, and I'm supposed to be like a month out, so I should be at like June 16th. Today's May 16th, and I'm also supposed to not date my videos like this. People are calling me. Ugh. Who is it, I wonder? Spam risk. I'm not talking to you. But anyway, people are supposed to date something, and I'm not supposed to date these videos because I upload them so far in advance, and I want people to be like, oh, this video's old, I never watched it. It's like, it's still pertinent. And that's like the interesting thing about like short form content versus long form content. I don't remember who I was watching, but they were saying that they're like, the good thing about long form content is that it has better staying power and it has better discoverability. And it's like people may not find and discover your video when it first comes out, but they might still stumble upon it at some point in time. Whereas with short-term content, like once it's out, if it doesn't blow up, it's not going to blow up. And people are going to go and scroll through your Instagram to go find some funny post. Like, that just doesn't happen. or TikTok even. And so with that being considered, it's like, okay, so then what, I wonder, is the point of it? And I mean, I guess it's good for exposure. I feel like a lot of people, and it's funny because I feel like it's not even good for exposure. Like, I feel like a lot of people do really well on TikTok, and then the natural step is long form content. You go onto YouTube, and not very many people follow them into YouTube. Now, granted, they have more followers than I do, but like in the grand scheme of things, they're still pretty small. Like any TikToker that I have been interested in that I've then followed on YouTube has almost always had like maybe a couple thousand followers, if that. And like, there's this guy that I follow who I just met at some Comic-Con on YouTube, and he's got a same, if not similar, following than they do. And it's interesting because like his engagement's really low too. Like, every now and again I'll stop in on his when he goes live or whatever, and he's just got like the same 2 or 3 people there watching him. And it's like, it makes me feel better. It's terrible to say, but it makes me feel better because I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one out here riding the struggle bus trying to get people to pay attention to him. So hopefully, law of averages, eventually I get what I deserve. And hopefully what I deserve is not a giant pie in the face or bankruptcy. But yeah. I'm excited for June. I'm going to enjoy May. Continue to enjoy May because we're only about halfway to the goalpost on that one. But I'm very excited about June, and I'm very on myself about making sure that I stay true to those goals. Like, I've been advertising my book now since February or April. I don't remember when I started doing these. Last month was the first month that my ads ever actually gained some sales. And then this month we've got 1 so far. And so it's safe to say I'm not going to be breaking the world on these advertisements or anything like that. But like, any exposure is good exposure, and they're getting me like hundreds of thousands of impressions, which means hundreds of thousands of people are seeing the book. They may not be buying it, but they're seeing it, and that's at least something. And so I might hold, because I'm spending hundreds of dollars on these advertisements, and I'm only getting like $20 back in returns. And so I might hold next month on advertisements too. Be like, if I just stripped my spending down to the bare bones, did the very least that I have to do, where would that take me? And let's see how, like I said, let's see how well I can do. And it'll be the ultimate test. Or that's how I'm treating it, is the ultimate test. And hopefully I make myself proud. It's always a good feeling to make yourself proud and to be like, I set out to do the thing, I did the thing, I'm pretty darn good. And that's what I'm hoping I can get tomorrow. It's like, you know what, I set out to do the thing, I did the thing, and I'm feeling pretty darn good. So only time will tell if we're able to do all that needs to be done. I tried to throw away a bunch of my, I think they did take it. Tried to throw away my, what are those things called? Not shingles, my siding. So I had a bunch of siding left over on my back porch that I cut up and shredded and got rid of. And I think they actually did throw it away. It was a heavy trash can. I do not envy anyone who had to pick that up. Be right back. I got what appears to be a handwritten letter from someone I don't recognize. So that'll be interesting to open up and discover. Maybe I'll make a video about that. But until then, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day.